Well, I've been to India several times, and quite honestly, it's one of my favorite places to go. It's one of my favorite places to go because of the inherent nature of the relationship between the United States and India, the world's largest democracy and the world's oldest democracy. And it is also one of my favorite places to go because my trips to India, particularly dealing with energy issues, have inspired me to affect U.S. policy on energy. And I'd like to give you one very specific example. I spend most of my time in Congress working on how we can reduce our dependence on foreign oil. And India is doing incredible work with respect to energy alternatives. And on one of my trips, I had the honor of meeting Dr. Pachauri, who runs the Energy Resources Institute in New Delhi. And I asked him what was really going to change the world, what was going to make a fundamental difference in the trajectory of the world with respect to global warming. And he looked at me and he said, "Congressman, that would be the 6 women of the Sundarbans." And I said, "Well, Dr. Pachauri, what is that?" And he said, "Well, you know, the Sundarbans is a remote delta region, no connectivity, no real infrastructure, fairly remote." And he said, "You know, they may not have connectivity or infrastructure, but they have a solar panel. And they have 6 women in the Sundarbans who use this solar panel to charge solar lanterns. And they use those lanterns to do the fundamental things that we have to do for better villages and a better world, to teach their kids how to read, because you need light in order to read, to keep their streets safe." And that really inspired me, that we can light an entire village with a solar panel and renting lanterns. And more than that, these women created a sustainable small business. They rent these solar lanterns throughout the village. So you've got all the elements you need: the empowerment of women, a sustainable small business model, and light. And I took that back and I wrote the law that now created in the State Department a Solar Villages Initiative, a $10 million fund that will help women in remote villages throughout the world light those villages and make this planet more sustainable and more secure. That never would have happened had I not visited India.